What is up, guys? It's the Herd of Nerds podcast coming to you, as always, from the extremely awesome Nerdtropolis. I'm Taylor Blasco. This is...
I'm Ray.
I'm John.
And we are here to bring you the awesome, as always, gaming industry, comic industry, anime industry, anything you fucking want. Alright, guys, we're going to jump right into it with Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yes, finally came out.
Yep.
Been out for a few days now.
3 days.
3 days.
Recouped its money and then some in those 3 days.
$1 billion. Broke a record. Few records. A couple of records. Maybe 3.
I think we all knew that was going to happen because when you see, like the pre-orders on that shit.
When you saw the hype.
Yeah.
Just the hype.
Always.
And you don't even need to see the pre-orders. Just the hype in general for that. It was like, okay, this game is definitely going to top the charts because it doesn't matter what IGN gives it, Metacritic, GameSpot, anybody.
All you have to say is Grand Theft Auto.
And it's going to destroy.
Oh my god, Rockstar made another game? Yeah, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, I know. I want to go shoot hookers.
No.
Yeah.
Did you play any of the other ones? No, I'm going to buy it.
What? You stole a car? Who? You're naughty.
You know, moms with 6-year-old sons are going to be like, what's that game? Oh my god, that game looks great.
Yeah.
I know.
It
That's
has
exactly what
tits,
happens.
It has guns. It has, drugs and stealing stuff. Let's buy it.
Let's get it for Timmy.
It's
How old
like-
is he? 7.
It's like the Black Album.
Perfect birthday present.
It's like the Black Album of video games, but we all know what happened after the Black Album with Metallica.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so let's get into it. Is Grand Theft Auto 5 the best game ever made?
No.
Definitely not.
Why not?
It's only been out 3 days. It could be possibly one of the best pre-orders and best midnight sales in history maybe. But video game of all time, I don't think there's only one Rockstar game that I could debate is a good ass fucking game that could be one of the greatest games of all time, and that's Red Dead Redemption.
Awesome.
You think so?
I think so. When it comes to Grand Theft Auto, it's literally, there's story to it, but it's not a game. It's literally just a fucking.
Well, this one has a story to it. That's the one thing.
I know
This
they
one
all
got
do,
into.
and I love all the stories.
This one has an excellent story to it. Okay, don't get me wrong. They all have stories. Shit. But this one in particular, had me, balls deep into that game the entire time.
Okay, but
And I'm not even halfway through it. I've been playing for a
has the gameplay changed? Have you done anything different other than shoot or steal or?
Yes.
Really?
I've traded stock. I have,
sounds
raised money, bought property. I've done everything you could think of. I even went to the strip club and saw actual titties.
That sounds boring.
It's not boring.
No, I'm
it's actually
joking.
exciting.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that sucks.
I rode a mountain bike into the mountains, and then I rode a BMX bike that you can bunny hop and grind and shit.
I ride my bike to the store every day.
No one actually wants to ride a bike. That's the one thing that.
Yeah, they want to play Grand Theft Auto so they can drive their cars.
I got to play with my virtual dog. It's awesome. He shits all over the floor. It doesn't. I got the phone app. That is. I think it's the iFruit or the Fruit app.
That's funny.
For the phone, and you can customize your cars from that.
Really?
Yeah, you can. The dog Chop that you get in the game, you can train him and feed him and clean him and he shits. That's not a joke.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does really. So you can do all that cool stuff. It's a companion app.
You know what it is?
While you're
Games
playing.
nowadays are it's not really about what's the best game, but it's what's the best emulator of life.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing.
You
Not
guys don't play
emulator.
You don't play Second Life?
No.
I play Second Life religiously. So I love open world. I want to live my life without living my life and kill everybody.
It depends on the game. I like Second Life, but it really depends on the game.
I like
Second Life when I'm flying in the air as a superhero and fucking shooting people with my
that's the one thing I like about Grand Theft Auto. You can't fly, which that's why I love
That
Saints
game
Row.
sucks. Game sucks. Nope.
You can fly a plane and then jump out.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's a little bit better.
So you're just falling
That's
from the
Sandy.
sky. You're not flying.
But
when a Grand Theft Auto comes out, I always, what it is? I get excited for the mods people are going to do for the
Yes,
PC.
yes.
That's what's
you know what my favorite
exciting.
mod was for 4?
What?
The DeLorean that
Yes.
went back in time.
Yeah,
quote unquote.
that was
And it just
awesome.
took a different spot in the map before.
I like you could do
It was
the
awesome.
Marvel heroes. You could be Superman and you could fly around the
I had
city.
an Iron Man one.
Yes,
that you
yes.
actually could do the blast from the actual. I forget. The
Yeah,
name
you
of
could
the
do
cannon.
that in the
Repulsor
War
blast.
Machine
Repulsor
one
blast.
too with the
Which
chain
is,
gun.
yeah, it's rad, and I can't wait for that. I'm so mad they didn't release it for PC ported right away because I would have got that instead of the console. Even though yeah. Anyway,
But asking if it's or giving the title best game ever, I think it's a little too soon.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sure a whole bunch of people have beaten it, but we just gotta let it. Because you know what it is? It hasn't really fully come out yet. Because the reason why I haven't bought Grand Theft Auto.
I haven't even beat it yet.
You know why I haven't bought it yet, or I don't plan on buying it anytime soon, because in a few months the DLC pack is gonna come out, and I'm gonna.
Well, they're releasing a season pass for it. I heard.
Yeah, no, they're doing the whole season pass now thing. But
I hate that about most games, but I feel like if they do good DLC, I'll go ahead and get it.
I personally,
it's just $20 extra. Why not?
I thought the DLC for the last game 4 was better than the original story. The Lost and Damned. The Lost and Damned was great. They had to do the tie-in with the mission in the game, but the problem was that it came out when Sons of Anarchy was on the rise, so a lot of people just thought, "Oh, great, they're just copying Sons of Anarchy. This sucks." But I thought it told a better story than, Nico being this ex-military guy trying to find the guy who screwed him over, and then I don't know. I just thought the story and the original story playing as Nico fell flat. I mean, they're making fun of the quote-unquote American dream, but
it just didn't hit that mark.
It didn't, and I liked how the Lost and Damned had a little bit more of an edge to it. That the biker club, that it's a family. Plus, it had a way better soundtrack. I'm partial to it because they had Max Calavera from Sepultura and Soulfly as the heavier metal DJ, and they actually had some really good cuts on it.
I love Sepultura so much.
Oh, dude, Roots, Bloody Roots, awesome album, and then Soulfly.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard because there's so many other good games, like for it, especially this year, you know, and recently, like for it to be like, hey, Grand Theft Auto 5 best game, is like it doesn't give a chance to anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh fuck, here comes fucking Jack Nicholson. Damn it,
Meryl Streep's in the movie. Here's her award.
Yeah, it's so. And for it to like just be some game, just where you just shoot people.
All right, well, let's come back a year later, and see where.
Yeah,
I'm sure it won't be.
We can talk a year later.
I'm sure they'll be.
Okay, let's put it. So it's not the best game ever made yet.
Yet. There's nothing. It hasn't done anything for it to be like
in the future. But honestly, right now, I think for the next 6 months, it's the best. Mechanics wise,
you know what it is though.
The engine is the strongest.
Yeah, the thing is now you're excited for every time a new game comes out or whatever. You're always excited for the next one.
This set the bar
because you're holy shit! Okay. Can you imagine in like 5 years?
November when fucking Call of Duty comes out and when all the consoles come out, they better be ready because Grand Theft Auto and Rockstar set the bar high. Yeah, really high,
ridiculous, ludicrous.
They always do. They always do.
Oh my gosh.
So
no, but I love this. I love this new engine. I love what they did. It's really
it's beautiful.
It's so obvious that they mashed together their previous games between Grand Theft Auto.
Well, you want to use what worked in the past with what your baby is.
Well, no, I love that. I love that though because I can pick apart Midnight Club, LA.
For the driving.
Yeah. For the driving and the map, because the map is almost exactly the same. That for driving. Red Dead Redemption, they use a similar engine, even though it's based off the same GTA 4 engine. Yep. Some of the mechanics from that game they pulled over and used them there. A lot of the hand-to-hand stuff, a lot of the smaller grade weapons they use for that. Also the knife.
And the combat mechanics too.
Well, yeah, that's
the gunplay mechanics they said borrowed a bit from
and also
Max Payne 3.
Yeah, so I like that. Also, Bully Scholarship Edition, they ride bicycles in that game, and I noticed I was playing Bully the other day right before Grand Theft Auto. I got my review copy, and I was playing that, and then the next day I got Grand Theft Auto, and I pulled in my brother. And we put it on screen to screen on his Xbox, and the mechanics for riding the bike, the movements, the motions of the body, the bike, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's
so they're literally taking pieces of everything.
Exactly, which is awesome because I love Bully. I mean, I know it's sort of a child's game. It's sort of a child's version of Grand Theft Auto.
It's awesome.
But it's an awesome game. I mean, there's not much to it, but it's an awesome game. So I'm extremely happy with the
performance.
Yeah, the performance of the game in general, the engine, the structure. It's a beautiful game.
Without a doubt. It's
definitely.
I mean, you weren't expecting them just you turn on the game and it's the producer sitting there farting on a snare drum going, ha ha, we got ya.
Yeah, it's like they just did really high quality PC shots for the trailer and was like, ha ha, screw you guys,
Kind of like
that's what I was hoping it wasn't because
that's what a lot of companies do now.
Yeah, they're just
they didn't pull a bait and switch.
I love Aliens, Colonial Marines, but I'm the only person in the world that likes it. So that's what they did.
I was very excited for it.
I love the Alien games.
Because of the
only thing
that's what they did.
The only thing I can say I loved about Aliens Colonial Marines was that
we're not talking about Aliens Colonial Marines, John.
But
God
they
fixed. God damn it, John!
They fixed the biggest mistake of the third movie. Spoiler alert. Hicks didn't die. Because I remember seeing the third movie and just when they said Hicks was dead, it was like, that's it.
Like 2 laws at the same time. You're talking about a different game.
Yeah.
You spoiler alert.
Yeah, so I said spoiler alert.
Anyway. Okay, so we can all agree that it's not the best game ever made yet. And
doesn't have enough time.
Doesn't have enough time. Nope. Okay, so let's move on from that. Let's see. Nintendo. What's happened? What are they becoming? Are they fading out of the industry?
It's hard to say.
Slowly, or are they just going to end up as a third-party game developer?
You know what it is, though? And this is what my predictions for Nintendo this year have always been. I always thought they were going to be like the ones who were just backing up because everyone's looking at Xbox One, PS4. That's the big thing. Nintendo's
right.
I think Nintendo's the one who's like, let me step back away, let them do the heat because they don't want heat. They just want to put out games.
Well, the same games.
I know, but
no, because
some of them are different.
Yeah,
but why wouldn't you make if a game that fucking awesome like Wind Waker? Why wouldn't you put that back out on Wii U? You know what I'm saying? No matter what game you put out, if you re-release a game that's fucking amazing and could be one of the best games of all time, you know what I'm saying? Like one of those top 100 video games of all time, like do it because you're gonna make buck.
Exactly.
You're gonna make money, and plus when you re-release it. For the newer generation, and you play the game over and over again. You know every crack and cranny to that game, but you play on a new console, and there's new features on that console, and a new way to play it with your Wii U remote, with everything. It's a different experience. But it's always like reliving your favorite game, but with a new experience, new generation. And that's what I think Nintendo is about. Nintendo's always about. Let's step back. Let these assholes fucking punch each other while we make good games. Because even though we're not going to be a fucking PS4 or an Xbox, we have all those people whose no matter what, that Xbox...
The loyalty.
The thing is, that's what it is. That Xbox... That Microsoft lover and that Sony lover, you ask them, what's your favorite game? They're like, Legend of Zelda, you know what I'm saying? And they know that no matter what, if they release a game, that they're going to get people. Because they have, no matter what, they have the
brand
biggest...
recognition.
They have the biggest fucking support of all time. Nintendo.
But a lot of people don't know, if you release it, I think it's Gen 7 was the 360, the Wii and the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have released the Wii U next with all the Gen 7 consoles, a lot of people don't know this, but within its first 6 months, it outsold the Xbox 360 and the PS3 compared to their first 6 months. It outsold it by a lot. Internationally. So that's a lot of people don't know that.
I think it was like by double and a half. Actually. Yeah, it was by
and without marketing. The only country they marketed in, I think, was actually some countries in Europe, and then Japan, of course.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't believe they marketed in the U.S. other than E3. They were like, oh, we're gonna have a new console, the same thing. Yeah. And then they came out,
here's a new Mario game with him in a cat suit.
Yeah, basically.
But it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna fucking sell. It's gonna fucking do its thing.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's never not gonna sell. I love my Wii U. I play it all the time. I play it more than I play my 360. I do. But I think the area that they failed in, because it's just as powerful as the Xbox One and the PS4. It is. It's up there. It has the same processing speed. It has the CPU. It has the RAM. It puts out 1080p. That's awesome. We didn't do that. We put 480.
480.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a complete upgrade. And it has better graphics than the Xbox 360 and PS3 right now. It's the highest grade console on the market. So I don't know why it's not doing well. I think it's just the name that puts it down. To be honest, a lot of people don't even know it exists. They think that the gamepad is just an accessory for their Wii.
For their Wii,
Yeah.
Right.
It's not.
So I think the one area Nintendo really failed to execute on was the marketing.
Well, I think they failed to execute the marketing in North America.
Well, of course it's going to sell in Japan.
No.
Sony and Nintendo
have you
are
ever
always the
seen?
top dogs
Have you ever
in Japan.
seen a Wii U like explanation from Japan minus for the?
It's
from
completely
the one,
different.
It is. It's like every little they explain every.
okay.
Little, here in North
They
America,
did
like,
this-
hey, Wii U, Nintendo, you're gonna buy it, and I think that's what they expected.
Well, with
they
Pikmin 3, they market completely different ways between the U.S. and Japan.
which is weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you watch the Pikmin 3 commercial in Tokyo, you would have seen a very cute Japanese girl and the Pikmin, little Pikmin. He walks across the screen, and he's very cute, and that's the entire premise of the commercial is to look extremely cute. That is the entire premise of that commercial.
Because everything cute in Japan.
Everything cute in Japan sells. Everything kawaii sells. You know?
Kawaii.
Yeah, and then in the U.S. commercial for Pikmin 3, all it is attacking the monsters throughout the world. So it's a very, very, very different marketing approach on Nintendo's part, which is, I mean, I get it. I get it a lot, but it's just odd to me. You know, I maybe that's why they took a different approach on the Wii U, because it's a family-generated console, and they felt,
I
why
think they
even
really
market it?
expected people, just because the Wii sold so fucking much in North America, I think they just expected it. The Wii U, what's that?
I wish
buy
they
it.
would have changed the name, though, because I think the
Yeah.
Wii U puts it down. That
It does
name
put it
puts
down
it
a
down
lot.
because
It
they're
sounds
like,
like
it's a
it-
Wii.
Like you said,
It must be the gamepad. It's just an accessory.
it's an
and
add-on
it's like it puts it off.
peripheral for the thing. And
Yeah.
I mean, and during the commercials for it, they kept hammering, "Hey, you can watch movies with your family on Netflix."
Yeah,
Netflix.
they directed it so much towards family, and then they tried to do the hardcore gamer thing with the Pro Controller, which I love the Pro Controller. I don't know if any of you have played with it. It's
no,
awesome.
no.
I love it. Honestly, I like it better than the 360 controller. I'm going to be the only person in the world who's ever going to say that, but I love that controller. They tried way too hard to make it look hardcore this year, but they didn't try hard enough to stray away from their roots, which I think they're afraid to do.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a big leap. Also, I think they should have released it alongside the Xbone and the PS4.
Yeah.
I think that would have helped a lot better. I mean, a lot more, not a lot better. Just because you get free marketing at that point. You don't get free marketing when you're putting out a console a year to
Before
7
everyone
months
else.
before anyone else does.
Yeah. And it's the price,
Yeah.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you released it next to the Xbone, to the PS4, not only would you get third-party support, because then you still get the free marketing for them. I mean, you'd get a big spot at E3, you get a big spot everywhere, and of course they have their big spot at E3 no matter what. But they were nowhere to be found this year at E3.
The last 2 years.
The last 2 years. And they're putting out a console? And no one knows about it?
Could have fooled
And
me.
no one knows about it.
I mean,
That's the problem.
yeah, you've got to work on your marketing, Nintendo of America. That's what you're doing wrong. That's it.
That's what they always have been doing wrong.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
why they're so chill and all because they're only relying on those hardcore Nintendo
Yeah,
fans.
that
and
they
it's
can
not
they-
enough.
That it'll sell
'Cause it's-
gangbuster
it's-
units in
Right.
Japan. That they can just
But
sit back and
here's
count
the
that.
thing. I don't think they'll ever leave the scene. Capcom might, Sega might, Nintendo won't.
No.
Just from the sales alone they generate internationally, aside from the US, they won't. Because they'll always have a huge market in the US because of their games.
Uh-huh.
So they'll keep the money, they'll keep the exclusive titles, which generate sales to consoles then.
Yeah.
So they're always going to be there. I don't think they're going to disappear. I don't think they're going to leave, to become a third-party game developer. I think they're going to stick with us. They might be a smaller company in the U.S. from now on, but I think they'll still, be doing well in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like how it is. I mean, the marketing is just so bad, but you only have so many people who pay attention to all that.
Right.
You know, for the other people who don't pay attention, you want to grab someone's attention. Like, my mother or your mother or someone, who could possibly benefit from this, they gotta try a little bit harder, or like, even little kids or whatever, what's going on. Because every little kid who nowadays just wants an Xbox so they can play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Not Pikmin 3. They'll never play those really good games.
Or the college kids
Pikmin
that
3
just
is
want their Xbox so they can go watch 80 hours of Netflix and will catch up on every single episode of Glee
and then play a round of Call of Duty.
Yeah,
exactly.
with everyone on their floor and
That's the horrible part.
wow at the graphics that have been the same.
But that's how it's always going to be. It's never going to change. Well, it might. I hope so. I'd really wish it'd get out.
We
of
all
this,
hope it would.
Even me, I'm not a hardcore Nintendo fan. I never have been, but
I'm a Nintendo fan.
I have a healthy respect for what they've contributed to the industry and what they've done. But it just seems.
I just think without Nintendo, we wouldn't have a lot.
Yeah.
And I think Nintendo really made what consoles are today.
It is.
They were the first one to
They're the first one to
pursue
do everything.
3D graphics.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the video. Have you ever seen the video where it's a bunch of guys sitting in a room and they made the first ever 3D moving triangle?
Yes.
And it's a bunch of Japanese guys and they shit them pants.
They're like...
They jump
Yeah.
That's it. They did it. They're the ones who really started the movement for 3D console gaming, hardcore console gaming. Even though we don't see them as that today, I say this boldly, the founding fathers of today's console gaming.
I agree.
No, I think nobody disagrees with that.
I mean, look what Nintendo was before.
That's what it is. We want them to do good. We want them to be up there.
Right.
We want them to market
And
right.
no matter how
and when
much-
it comes to North America, we want them to do it right because they're not the originals. They're the one carrying on the legacy.
Exactly.
Everyone else, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, look what Nintendo started out as. They were a trading card company. Then in the late 80s, they said, we need to take that next step or die, and that was their mentality with the NES. They came out. I mean, they came out all guns a-blazing, swinging, and they nailed it out of the park. And then look at everyone else. Then you'd have Sega came out, and where's Sega today? They're a third-party developer. They haven't done a console since the Dreamcast, but Nintendo's still chugging along consistent. That's the one thing you can respect the hell out of them for, is they're a consistent company. They're not gonna, there's all these trends and changes, but you can always go back. That Nintendo's just gonna say, okay, yeah. Well,
And every console's been awesome.
Yeah.
Like from the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Every console has been like awesome.
I mean, you can say what you want about the Wii, but we all have one.
I don't.
I sort of.
No, I don't.
But you used one.
Yes.
I sort of, yeah.
I've used one. I'm not allowed to because I broke the Wiimote because I didn't realize. Hey, that's what the strap's for.
I mean, listen. One of the best consoles, Super Nintendo, Super Nintendo, GameCube. So,
Sega Genesis.
I just really want North America to step up their fucking plate because they're not doing a good job. Microsoft, Sony, they're doing a good job.
I love Club Nintendo. You can say what you want.
Club Nintendo's
Club
awesome.
Nintendo,
it's a very interesting. It's very unique. I like it.
Dude, I spend so much of my time on it. Like, what's this month? What this month?
Yeah.
I've had platinum for 4 years in a row.
Dude, I love
Club
Nintendo.
dude.
It's so awesome.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
All right, we're off topic.
Yeah.
Again. All right, so we all understand Nintendo's not going anywhere. It's gonna stay there forever and ever and ever, and we're happy about that.
Yes.
So, good for them.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna jump topics. We're gonna go straight from games there to comics. So for those of you who don't like comics, leave.
No.
Go away.
Get out.
No, you might want to stay because there is some interesting stuff going on right now in the comics world.
Can we jump into the big?
As we nod, no. Just so
Yeah.
you know, as we
Wow,
said that, Taylor's
wow.
like, no.
There's
so much interesting stuff going on.
There's one big issue that came to light earlier this week about DC Comics.
Here we go.
They were holding a
up,
talent.
John.
They were holding a talent search for artists to try out to have their work featured on a panel in the
DC
Zero
Comics
issue.
recently announced.
We spent a few hours trying to shoot a video of this last night, and it just went nowhere.
That's why you didn't get a Friday video.
Yeah, so I have what we wrote memorized because I stayed up late the other night.
It's a serious conversation about comics when I start opening a monster. Like, oh
yeah, like
here we go.
Shit's going down.
It's about to get real heavy.
But what DC did was they said, hey, we're gonna do a talent search. You can have your work featured in this page of the upcoming Harley Quinn series, their Zero issue, and it has Harley Quinn sitting in a bathtub with all these like electronic devices hanging overhead, and she's holding a rope. And everyone said, that's horrible, horrible, horrible. Well, a bunch of mental health organizations and advocates released a joint statement to USA Today, condemning DC for their actions. And the irony was DC announced the panel during National Suicide Awareness Week, so not exactly, someone in PR kind of botched that. And the series artists came out and said, well, it's not in the context of the book. This is meant to be like a Mad Magazine, a lucid dream. And DC came out, released a statement saying it's one page of a 20-page book. Cool your jets.
Well, I'm excited to read the comic now.
I
think
now because that's what it is. Whenever you have something with all the controversy,
I know Harley Quinn is over. I mean, she's overdone now. I love Harley.
I've always loved Harley.
Yeah,
I've always had a
right
crush on
now
Harley since I was a kid. But I'm so over Harley Quinn.
Oh, right.
My girlfriend,
girlfriend
loves Harley Quinn. We're both over it because of.
But I love Suicide Squad. I love her in Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Her and Deadshot in that. I mean, in her Villains Month issue, her and Deadshot, you see them and
they're a tag team, man.
Yeah,
that's an awesome crew.
That's gonna make a good team because Deadshot just says, Joker used you horribly, and not going beyond the, he smacked her around, he treated her like crap. No, he's saying, Deadshot is admitting, you have talent. I'm gonna help you bring it to light and actually use it for something. I don't want to say good, but it's they're gonna do something
it's
great
good
with
to them.
it. Yeah,
That's
it's good to them that he realizes there's potential in her.
Yeah.
That the Joker just always treated her like, oh, here's a pair.
Yeah, man.
So all right, so obviously I'm excited to read that Harley Quinn issue.
Yes.
I don't care what DC did. I don't care if it's National Suicide. Actually, I do care.
Well, actually, DC's the only one who's doing actually good stories.
Yeah,
yes.
The new
Marvel
52.
Crappy events.
All Marvel does is here's an event.
Look, the Avengers.
Here's 20 Avengers books.
Yeah.
I
hate to hate on Marvel because I love Marvel.
I love Marvel. I love DC. But I love the shit out of Marvel. I've always loved Marvel since I was a kid. That's where I started. The only DC I used to read when I was a kid was Batman, of course.
When I first
Batman and Justice League.
I know Batman, Justice League, and Superman.
When I first came to the shop, Taylor knew right out the bat I was a Marvel fanboy, and Taylor, how many Marvel books have I bought since the shop's opened?
Actually, one.
I bought the Galactus Hunger series because I like Galactus.
All my comics at home are all Marvel books, right? Yeah. And my fucking trade backs and everything. And then all my DC is like Batman stories, and the death of Superman, shit like that. Because back in the day, DC didn't really have. I mean, they had okay stories back in the day, but the script has totally switched.
Yeah, it's you can pick up each of their books are. I mean, look what they did to Aquaman.
Oh
Aquaman
was
a complete joke.
Nobody wants.
And then Johns took over.
Been the shit.
Johns did amazing.
I know. Aquaman has been
every
the shit
book
for the last 3 years.
Geoff Johns has done for the New 52 run. Has been fantastic.
Even before when
his run on Justice League, he did number one.
Yeah,
it was Jim Lee did the cover.
And
then Geoff Johns, and they did number one. And I can't stop reading Justice League now. I'm not a Justice League guy anymore, but I read the New 52 on. Haven't stopped reading it. I'm in the Trinity War just ended.
Yes.
Trinity War was amazing. I think Geoff Johns did the cover of 22 for Justice League.
22. Yeah, the first issue of
I just said
Trinity.
Geoff Johns did a cover. I'm so sorry.
Jim Lee did the cover.
Jim Lee did the cover for 20.
And even I was talking to Taylor about
Ladies
this.
and gentlemen, this is where Nerdtropolis hits the shit about comic books.
Yeah,
we like video games, we like everything, but we all come together at the table when it comes to comic books.
We are straight hard. We were hardcore, like playing in a basement kegger, hardcore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
you know, I had to throw in the Boston accent.
Oh, yeah.
I told Taylor about Batman Year Zero. I said, Jesus Christ, another
Greg
freaking
Capullo.
Greg
Capullo.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I know that was like awesome.
Another Batman origin story. You know, what? Did Joe Chill shoot his parents left-handed this time?
I get.
No, I
It's
picked it up.
It's
Oh man.
bravo. Just
Yeah.
bravo.
Oh wow, awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. God, I'm tired of all these like, oh my God, Batman Earth 1, all this shit. I'm just like,
no, 0 year was good.
Stop.
Or year 0.
Zero years so far has been awesome, and you know they're telling.
I just remember I did not want to read it. I was just
Oh,
like, no, I wasn't.
I
mean,
I didn't even pick up
I
Batman.
downloaded my comics because I was unemployed for a while, so I just downloaded them. I mean,
Yeah.
now I have money, I can buy them.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I know. But
You're
I mean,
a naughty boy.
I know I'm an asshole, but I don't give a
It's
fuck.
okay, I do it with all my
But
games.
no, and I remember I was just like, really, fucking Batman Year Zero? Are you kidding me? I was so pissed. And then I read it. I was like,
There was cum on the wall.
Whoa!
See,
what's going on
I can
here?
ask
Yeah.
Ray this because Ray. At first, I'm like, wait, is Trent Reznor writing this? Is this a tie-in to the Year Zero album? You know?
Yeah, that's awesome. I love this guy, ladies and gentlemen. I love this guy right here. I love Taylor too, but I love this guy.
You know, it's,
Get out of your story.
It's the mustache. I mean, it's and the Boston accent.
Yeah, but no, dude, I don't understand because I'm such a Marvel fanboy. Because I know everything about Marvel. I can talk. We can sit here and talk about DC. There's some things where I'm like, crack.
They're continuity,
you know,
for
unless
years.
it's about Batman or Superman or some, main, I guess, dude, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But like you said, all these events, all this shit happening. You know where I just got tired of Marvel, honestly? Do you know? And it was recently, because I tried my ass off to just keep up. I really got tired of Fear itself.
Oh my, yeah.
I got so tired of that shit because the first Fear itself, the first story, amazing. It was so amazing with the hammers, the judgment, the serpent.
When she shatters Captain America's shield.
Exactly. It was awesome. It was epic. And then you had Fear itself. Deadpool, Fear itself. Ghost Rider, Fear itself.
And
Oh,
what
man,
what
dude.
pisses me off is when Marvel says, you know, they show a cover that says, in this issue, and you only see the guy for one panel. And I'll give the best example, the Moon Knight series during Civil War.
Yes.
They had
What
these.
the hell?
They said, we're going to have the Punisher and Moon Knight. And then you go to the last panel of the book,
And
it
then-
shows the Punisher shooting a gangster, and the avatar that Moon Knight worship says, oh, he serves another god of vengeance, and it's one page, and it's a half splash of the Punisher, with a gun. It's like, well,
I just think Marvel are getting ahead of themselves because the movies are doing great. The movies are. I mean, I'm not as much as Marvel's doing bad. Their movies are doing fucking phenomenal.
That's the only reason they're still writing comics.
I mean, but I know, but that's what it is. The only reason why they're still writing comics is like, oh, not really. People are gonna read these because the movies are out. They're thinking, oh, the comic book junkies from the '90s, like myself, and who picked up the '90s and the '80s comics, are just gonna be like, well, the movies are out now, so there's no point in reading, But that's not what it's about. We want to read our comics. We want to have good stories. We want to talk. We want. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor just rubbed Marvel sucks dick.
I think he's no. That looks like it's German. It's Dyke. Maybe it's. I think he's saying.
Marvel sucks dick.
But
yeah, man, it's just
their comics are not good.
It's all
now. Okay.
Who isn't a member of the Avengers? Like I remember.
I know.
Ray will get this because
different.
I'm gonna drop a wrestling reference. The Avengers were like the NWO.
when they
started.
started.
Hogan,
Hall,
Nash.
that.
They came out and it was awesome. It was amazing.
I don't know who's part of the NWO. I don't know who's part of the event. Am I an Avenger? No. Fuck you, Spider-Man.
And then
They're like, no, get out, Spidey.
And like how the NWO
on a
had,
table.
you had guys like Buff
They're on a table
Bagwell
like,
and Disco Inferno showing up.
I don't know. I'm tired of the Inhumans, the Defenders, the Galaxy, the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Avengers. The
Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
what
I
else?
like Guardians.
No, I do. I'm talking about all the teams.
Yeah, exactly.
And how many
Where's
of
the
those
solo
members of the team
books?
have been on Avengers?
Yeah, exactly.
Now who's on the Guardians of the Galaxy now is like Iron Man.
Well, they had to put Iron Man because they needed two reasons,
which is cool.
The movie, and they said, well, we need to get people to latch on. If they see Iron Man, they'll just say, oh, cool, this is an Iron Man.
That's
book.
what it is, though. I hate that because just like.
The
love
team
Guardians of the
stands on
Galaxy.
its own.
I've always watched Guardians of the Galaxy since Silver Surfer was on it.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning. And I just hate that they're like, okay, well, let's put Iron Man on it so that kids are like, look, Iron Man. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I love Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. is like, no.
Yeah.
Don't put Iron Man on there just to get people. I mean, that's just a low blow.
Yeah.
It's just
lowbrow. It's not a low blow. It's lowbrow. But it's like you said, right? It's going to. They want the kids that they'll, who are buying all the Iron Man toys,
which is good. But you know what? When I was a kid, they didn't do that shit. Just keep it. Let the kid read and not know. I used to pick up a comic and not know what's going on.
Exactly.
And that made me want to go get the other ones so I can understand.
And when
not go, oh my god, Wolverine's in this one.
And when someone else showed up in someone else's book, it was a big deal.
I mean, nowadays it's not.
I remember whenever I'd see the Punisher on something, you had to grab it because
Punisher War General with Wolverine. I've been looking for that issue.
Yes.
Actually, have it, look for it because I want it.
I have Punisher Warzone 1.
I know you do.
I literally beat Ray.
He bought it in the dollar box at Nerdtropolis.
But at the dollar box.
Nerdtropolis, check the dollar box. You might find a $10
Daytona.
Yeah.
Open 10 to 9 Monday through Saturday.
So yeah, I know. Everybody's in every single thing, and it's like every issue there's someone else, and I miss the days where it was a special event.
And I will say about DC with the New 52 is it's easy. DC used to have the most ass backwards continuity.
Oh, it was bad.
I mean, all the
really
crises.
Bad for 20 years.
I mean, I honestly.
That's why I didn't like DC.
The only book I could follow two books I could follow through DC before the New 52 was Grant Morrison's run on Batman, starting with Hush, and
I like Hush.
And when Johns,
I love Hush.
And when Johns took over Green Lantern with Rebirth and started from Rebirth to Brightest Day.
To Brightest Day.
And personally, I thought when they announced the New 52, the rumblings of it, I thought Brightest Day was going to end with the White Lantern saying, everything fade to white. We're starting again. And then you had Flashpoint come along. Once that got resolved, boom, the New 52, and they've made it easy to follow and pick up. And you still have 10 different Batman books, but there's coherency through them.
I don't know what to say about DC. I don't want to talk bad about them.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about talking bad. They're doing good.
Yeah, they're on the upswing.
No, you know what? I have a problem with DC. I have some beef with DC. I hate what they're doing with some of the characters in the marriage deal they have going on there.
Yeah,
how they can't get married.
Except Aquaman's the only character that can be married.
That's the only one.
Because he's a king.
Which is fucking stupid. Because Aquaman, you don't need Aquaman. They're underwater.
Yeah.
Who cares? But also they made, I think it was like 5 of the characters gay, which I'm totally not against gay people or anything gay, but you made a Green Lantern gay, Batwoman is
Spider-Man.
gay.
Batwoman,
Ultimate Spider-Man.
That's
Marvel.
Yeah, that's
Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah, we're talking about DC.
I'm just thinking about comic book characters.
Nova's gay.
But they
What?
It's,
Yeah, I think they made Nova gay.
The
Didn't they make
rumor has
Nova gay.
No, the
Oh,
new Nova, yeah, the not Richard Rider, the new Nova.
It's I heard about that.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, a lot of people just said, "Oh, DC's pandering to these crowds," but it's the 21st century, and you see everything going on.
It's the sign of the times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But DC's embracing it. Both sides, all even the indie companies.
I'm
are.
just not following.
I just think you know what it is, and I don't mean to bring it up again, but I think it's because Marvel did it. Marvel was like, hey, they did
the guy from the X-Men, North Star.
They did the gay marriage.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, we want to do this, but they think they did it too much. You know what I'm saying? And don't take a character that's been around for so long Yeah, don't take a character that's been around for so long and just make a new one and let him do his thing. Don't just be like, hey, by the way, yeah, the character you know. I mean, I don't like I said, I don't have a problem against gay people. I don't, and maybe like it's bad because you're like, oh my god, Green Lantern's been in the closet this whole time.
Which it wasn't Hal. It wasn't Hal Jordan.
No,
which Lantern was it?
It was that what the fuck is his name? I don't know. It was one of the newer ones.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, I'm okay with it. If they would have done it to Hal Jordan, I would have been like, "Fuck this book, fuck everything Green Lantern."
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't have a problem with that Lantern because he's a new guy.
Yeah.
But they're doing it with people who've been around.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's one of the big.
And I don't care that Batwoman's gay. I don't care about that.
Give us a good.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that's fucking hot, and I think that's exactly what should have been because Batwoman looks like it.
Well, the book's going under because they're trying. The writers wanted to marry.
What happened with the writers at the 0 hour? They came out and said we've got. We want to have her have her own status quo, and DC said, "Look, we're releasing these books, some of them on a weekly basis. We have to stick to just these guidelines. We don't want weddings." And it's not them saying, "No, we don't want this gay character getting married." They just said, "Look, it'd be too big an event."
I think it's just the marriage thing in general.
It's too much.
Let the writers write. Let them get the story out. Just let them do it because if the writers.
Ray just derailed this.
But let the writers write. Let them get what their feeling is out because then the story will be good. You can feel the passion through the writers. It's just better that way. Mm-hmm. You let the writers write and the artists draw.
Yep.
You have to let them do that. Otherwise, it's not going to end well.
Did I mention that I'm very happy that Batwoman is gay? Like, I'm so fucking happy.
Wow.
It's going under. It's not going to be there forever.
No. I mean, they basically just have a whole new creative team behind it. Yeah, the writers left.
Yeah, they're gone.
And they had some interesting ideas. I read they said they wanted to do an origin for Killer Croc. And DC just said, look, we're staying.
Why?
We're
I have bad skin.
Look.
Oh no, Scale! Oh, dude, get the lotion.
Put the lotion in the basket.
It's time for a life.
You need router lotion. Go to Walmart.
It's time for a life of crime.
But I will bring up one thing.
I've got alligator out.
I'll bring up one thing to defend myself on this. Was Killer Croc absolutely badass in Arkham Asylum?
Yes, he was.
I mean, when you see him dwarfing Batman and he just says, "I'm gonna eat your bones," it was like, whoa.
He was angry because he was out of lotion.
yeah. That's why he was in Arkham. He robbed Johnson's and Johnson's.
I'm tweaking, man. I'm tweaking. Where's my lotion, man? My alligator's going crazy. I can't take it, dude. Where's my L'Oreal?
Oh man. This doesn't have aloe vera.
Hydrates the skin.
So okay, I mean, so what?
Can you just imagine he gets lotion and
what's
he's
up
like,
with the? So we've been talking about Marvel DC.
Yeah.
What's up with Dark Horse and Image?
Dark Horse is doing fantastic. Has anyone read Lucas Draft
I
number
knew
1?
exactly you were about to say that.
Woo! It was crazy, dude.
I was like, oh, you guys still got it. I'm so excited, man.
I have it because I haven't found it's.
Did I say Image?
Everybody bought it at Nerdtropolis.
Who cares about Image?
I was like, hey, Image. It's like, no, get that.
What happened to Haunt? Are they still doing Haunt?
No.
I think McFarlane fell out. They're keeping the character. I think they're throwing them into Spawn though. I think Haunt is going into Spawn on McFarlane's run on Spawn.
That'd be awesome.
I think that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. I haven't seen McFarlane do a panel in ages though.
Well, that's why it's good to see him.
They keep saying McFarlane Spawn, but it's not anymore.
Yeah, he created the character, but he hasn't. It's very. That's the issue you want to grab if he just does. If he just did a background.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the Lucas draft. Who cares about Image?
Yeah.
Anyway, the Lucas draft for the Star Wars.
I read the article in USA Today where they talked about even minor changes and how they said these minor changes. Luke Skywalker's an entirely different character. He's General Star. Man. He's General. Awesome. What is it? Yeah, he's General Skywalker.
General Skywalker.
And Anakin isn't Darth Vader. Anakin Starkiller, as they call him, is someone else. It's the father and son dynamic are two other characters. Han Solo's a green alien. Just other stuff like that they change it. And it's his screenplay from 1974.
Yeah. It's the original. It's the original rough draft.
And everybody had lightsabers, but they were just called laser swords.
Yeah. Which is odd to me. I mean, that makes me curious of how I came up with lightsabers. But that's a completely different topic. I mean, I could go all day about Star Wars, dude.
I know. I think we all can.
We need more than a podcast. We need a feature film.
A feature film.
We need a saga.
Welcome to the podcast, the feature film. In 3D. Real 3D.
Yeah. In real time 3D and IMAX in theaters coming to you soon. You just see like a giant penis coming. Oh my God, what is that? It's not a penis. That's a worm.
It's a rocket ship.
John, I want to talk about yourself that way.
Hey.
Horrible. Anyway, let's get
I'm going to heaven. What else is there?
All right.
yeah.
We're gonna cut shit out.
Yeah. We got to do a lot of editing.
Yeah. We got a lot of time.
Oh God.
Okay. Anyway, if you're a Star Wars fan, you probably know that George Lucas' original comic went from some pretty heavy revisions.
Are you reading something right now?
Yeah. Are you reading?
Am I reading?
We're looking at Taylor like what? Like what's our next? Are we still talking about that? And he's like reading out loud. It's story time.
Okay. Dark Horse is doing well, but I think Dark Horse is making a shit ton of money off of
licenses.
Well, that too.
Yeah, shitload of licenses.
Yeah.
Like a fucking shitload.
A metric shit ton. A dumpster.
I also think they're making a crap load of money off of video game books.
I know.
Hyrule Historia book.
I think that's where it all went. It's like fucking Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Mass Effect comic book.
They're doing Halo Initiation.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I don't know if you guys have read that.
But that's what I'm like, why wouldn't you grab onto that? Like, why?
Exactly. It's like, oh my God, I play that game. I love that game. Let's grab it. They're dipping into a market that, no one's hit yet.
That's gonna work.
But people will see it and go, it doesn't have multiplayer. Fuck that.
Yeah, right.
Because that's
multiplayer on this comic is terrible.
Yeah. I can't read it on my iPad and play with 8 of my friends.
To my Wi-Fi.
Is there a midnight launch for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably do one. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, right. We should.
But there'd be that hardcore group that'd be like, a book.
Yeah. And then all the nerds are like, oh my God, I'm gonna read the book. Have you ever read the comics? Have you read the comics?
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, you're not a serious fan.
Yeah, you're not hardcore.
You don't like Halo.
You're not hardcore.
You don't like Halo because you didn't read the comics.
Yeah.
The comics.
I love those people. It's like, dude, it's a good video.
You don't like Star Wars because you never saw the holiday special.
Yeah, I know, right?
No one should watch that ever. It's a war crime.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those people. I'm like, oh, you like Darth Maul? Have you read the Omnibus? No. So no, you don't like Darth Maul.
You don't know him or his brother. You've never seen him kill everyone.
You don't know shit.
You don't know how he has ostrich robot legs. Yeah, crazy.
How he survived.
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
But yeah, fucking Dark Horse comics make.
And if you like the prequels, dude, kill yourself.
just that. I have a drawing of the prequels of George. I don't want to say names and get sued, but there's something demonstrating.
Jorge, man, he's a piece of work.
What a tool.
Yeah. You know what? It's like he wrote. I wrote these. I had these gestating for a long time. It's like he was sitting down taking a dump over Labor Day weekend. And I went, whoa! What was that idea again? Oh, shit.
Right. We need to keep on topic. Anyway, we're gonna jump right back in. I think indie comics are starting to go somewhere.
Yep.
Indie, and that's the way to go now.
Yep.
That's the one way to go. Because people are so sick of the reboots. They're sick of jumping back into series that you have to keep up with for 30 years, like the X-Men. They're dipping into something new, and that's what keeps it fresh. I mean, you get a new vigilante, a new superhero, a new concept, new art, something you never dealt with before. It's a consistent, printing of books. You keep one steady art line the entire time. It's not a bunch of teams switching in and out. So I think indie is definitely where the market is heading right now. You can't change my mind on that.
I agree.
Obviously, the the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are going to stay there, but I think indie is on a rise with Comixology, Indie Planet, everything indie in general. The publishers, the freelance guys.
Look at
it's
Miller
doing well.
with Kick-Ass. I mean, they call it the Millerverse now, and then Marvel publishes it, but Marvel is so hands off with it that you
wouldn't even guess that they were part of it.
Till I was reading the back and I said, "Oh, who publishes this?" And I was
Marvel.
like, "Oh, it is Marvel publishing it."
Yeah.
But they're so hands off with it that they're just like, "We're gonna give him his own little corner."
Well, he does a good job with it.
Oh,
and he does whatever he wants, dude. He does whatever he wants.
He can. That's the thing.
I mean, when I first read Wanted, it was mind blowing. And then
if you read I think it's the prologue or the introduction to the trade.
Yes.
Yeah.
He writes it himself, and he just goes balls to the wall. He's not messing around when he does that. He throws stuff out there that I've never seen.
That's why I fucking love him.
I read The Boys by Dynamite Entertainment with Garth Ennis. That's rough.
That is.
But the introduction to that book was right along the lines with that. And if Marvel let them do that, he's obviously got a lot of room to work. He's either sucking somebody's.
Beep.
I'm surprised he can get away with shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
he's in with somebody at Marvel.
Yeah.
But.
Well,
that's. I mean,
and I'll tell you what,
intense.
I like. Everybody gives Brian Michael Bendis all this credit. He's a good story writer. I mean, I'll give him from how the House of M event ended up tying into going as he planted the seeds of Secret Invasion as far back as House of M. But then the Marvel's, it's a problem, it's a blessing, it's a curse. They retcon if something doesn't. It just seems like, look at Spider-Man with when Straczynski was on it. They had this great tale. You had Parker growing up, and then they said, no, we need to make him a hip bachelor and bring the Osborn family back. Oh, one more day.
Yeah.
And it goes back to Marvel event after event. I like indie comics where there's not this huge pressure of buy our book and then the 800 related tie-ins. The indie books that I've read in events are just, hey, read it your own pace. We want you to hang out, relax, read the book.
The glorious thing about indie books is now a lot of the companies are so desperate just to get their book out there. A lot of the times they'll put the first 3 or so comics of their series out for free.
Yeah. I think that's what's awesome.
Yeah, and that's what really grabs me. It's
well,
like,
you
get really into the book, and then you have to buy it.
I've noticed the last like 3-4 years, a lot of shit's based on indie shit because that's where like the good shit is, and I think anybody who supports indie pretty much controls what's gonna come out of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because you're gonna grab those people who really fucking love. Yeah, exactly.
Direct.
And that's just that's why indie comics works, and that's why it's always gonna work, and that's why it's pretty much becoming I think it's becoming Titanic, actually, like big time. Especially with Frank Miller and everything going on with that shit.
Mark Miller.
I mean Mark
Miller. No, Frank.
Well,
Frank Miller. I mean, look, his body of work.
Well, he is independent.
Yes.
Let's not even go. Frank Miller. I fucking love that guy. If you get Frank Miller.
Yeah.
I mean, Wolverine number 4.
I love.
Let's not talk about Frank Miller. Oh my god!
I love the companies releasing the.
You know what?
His original scripts for the second and third RoboCop.
Coming back to Indie, jumping back to Indie, one of the actual companies that I had no idea for the longest time they were with DC, Vertigo.
Yes, Vertigo got bought out by DC a few years ago.
Yeah, it just happened it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
And you've seen characters creeping in from Vertigo.
Which is weird.
What was was it Wildcats? Like in the recent
Wildcats,
the Batman the Paradox movie.
Yeah,
they have Grifter, and a couple people were like, "Who the hell's that?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, Wildcats!" And you have Grifter, and then the Batman character saying, "Hey man, it's cool. Why haven't we met before?" As a kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge, because they're both the gun. In this story, they're both gun-toting antiheroes because it's an alternate universe. Mm-hmm. But you've been seeing these characters.
Because I saw him in the Flashpoint Paradox, and I was just bugging out like, why are you in this? You're not a DC character.
Yeah,
like
he's Vertigo.
He is. I mean, he is, but he's sort of, what I'm saying. Like,
but I love that, dude. I love that.
I thought it was awesome.
Absolutely.
I did not expect to see him in that movie.
Yeah.
You know what sucks though? You get is that Deadpool? It's like no.
Yeah. Well, look at Deathstroke. Deathstroke He's Slade Wilson, and there's been issues where they make fun of it, where he's like, yeah, I had to kill some imposter. What was his name? I don't know. Wade. What a loser. They take the jabs at each other.
That's bold.
Yeah.
I love shit
when you
like
take
that,
a step. I love that, dude. I love Deathstroke. I think he's awesome.
I love Deathstroke way more than I love fucking Deathstroke.
And now the new 52 Deathstroke, though, they haven't made him this guy who seems hell, but he's not as rad.
I think the two out of the Forever Evil one shots, if that's what you want to call them. Yeah. The two best was Arcane from Swamp Thing.
Yes.
And Deathstroke from Teen Titans. Those are the two best. I'm gonna go out there on a limb and say it. Black Mana.
Black Mana was
awesome.
left hook from right field.
Yeah.
Because that Amanda Weller comes out and you've heard her trying to get him in the Suicide Squad. Yeah. And he just says no. He goes. I only have one mission. It's to kill Aquaman. And I mean,
there's a lot of Black Manta love lately too, along with the Aquaman.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, even some of
especially
made him a lot more badass.
Yeah,
I know. Fucking Young Justice and Young Justice.
Yeah,
he was fucking awesome as shit. Oh my god, I've been seeing a lot
of that series.
Yeah,
huh?
They've been doing a lot with that series.
I know.
That group of characters is fantastic.
Aquaman used to be this joke, and now holy crap.
Yeah, don't fuck with Aquaman anymore.
Yeah.
Especially in Flashpoint Paradox.
I am a little worried though with John's leaving the series. The guy who's writing Batman 66 is taking over.
That's worrisome.
I have the feeling he might. Hopefully
I don't like
he leaves.
66. I never have.
I don't know how I feel about it. It's just one of those things that just never really impacted me.
If they did it as a limited run,
that's why I don't like it. Because it's like, okay, I get it. Okay, we're returning back there. Get over it. It shouldn't be a series. It should be a 4-book series where cool, you return to it. I bought it. It's in my collection. I don't care. I'm gonna have it for 20 years.
And I think if they did a motion comic for it, you get Adam West and Burt Ward, then you have that camp for it with them doing Batman. I mean, you can't get some of the actors back,
I don't know. I just feel like Batman 66 is going to be, in 15, 20 years, maybe even 30. It's going to be one of those books that ends up in the junk box.
Yeah.
$50,
50 cents,
I don't know. I mean, maybe not.
I
can't predict the future, but I feel like at least half of that run is going to be junk box.
Unless Fox releases the original, that 66 series on DVD finally.
Well, they did the toys.
The toys, but I mean, that was one of the big reasons.
Who did the toys? Was it DC?
I think
DC did the toys.
Yeah,
yeah. Those were awesome. I mean, they weren't that cool, but they were pretty awesome. I think the Batman was cool. The Robin was a little bit rough on the edges, but they were cool toys.
I like the Joker. The Joker was cool too.
The Joker was fucking awesome.
Because there's one little thing. Cesar Romero, the Joker in that series, was so known for his mustache, and he painted over the mustache when he played the Joker. Yeah. And on the toy, you could see the mustache. I mean, now if you watch,
it made him look a little creepier because you're like,
if you watch these episodes in high def now, you're like, oh my god, he just painted over his mustache because the studio was like, we'll give you money for shaving it off, and he's like, absolutely not. That's what I'm known for.
Yeah, no, the 66 figures are awesome. I'm looking up. They have the blue Batman, like the bluish gray kind of Batman.
That's my favorite Batman.
Those are my favorite Batman. I love that.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I see the Origin series Deathstroke and from.
Anyway, no, I'm trying to find it. I can't really dig it up right now, but they have. I think the Joker. Yep. Look at that. That's rad.
Yes.
The pink suit. The black under with the green bow. Is that a green bow? No. It's a green suit. Well, it's a pink suit, green shirt, black ribbon tie.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick. Bright green.
He looks so creepy.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mr. Skin. Mr. Skin, dude, Mr.
I don't think I don't think
you know
that a lot of people.
I don't like that Catwoman.
Oh, no, I don't. I was about to say that.
Personally, they should do the Eartha Kitt Catwoman. The Julie. I think this is the Julie Newmar one. I mean, she's still hot, but to me, my Catwoman from that series was Miss Eartha Kitt. Just her.
I don't. It's not that I don't like that Catwoman. It's that I don't like that Catwoman toy.
Yeah.
I think they did a poor job with it. I don't know why, but for some reason I don't like it.
Is that
the
Batman?
Riddler? Yeah.
The Frank Gershon Riddler.
Yeah, that's rad. I feel like they could have done more with that. I feel like they did a little bit.
They skimped it. Yeah, they skimped with that.
Like, okay, here's an easy character. Let's just throw it out there.
And then the Burgess Meredith Penguin, which
that's rad. That's cool.
I mean,
man, I hate that. Look at those chunky, like robotic legs.
It looks the top part of it looks good, but when you get to the legs, it looks like the Penguin toys from the '92 Batman Returns. Yeah. It's just like they said, "Hey, we had these molds sitting around. Here you go."
I guess so. I mean, yeah, it looks bad.
Yeah. It's no surprise it didn't sell well. Those are really bad. They're 6 inches, which is, I mean, it's pretty good. I can't find the Robin one, but they're 6 inches.
No, I only see the Riddler, the Penguin, Batman on surfboard,
Joker,
Catwoman.
Although Robin's on the box. I don't know why it's not in there. But I don't like those, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna go back on what I said about being cool. Fuck them.
I mean, I like the Joker one. That one just.
The Joker one was the only good one, and I think the '66 Batman is cool, just because I like the blue suit. That's one of my favorites. Maybe if McFarlane would have done them, that would have been cool.
But if McFarlane does anything,
they haven't done any good toys in a long time. Actually, that's not true. They're coming out with a Merle and Daryl 2-pack. And I think they it comes out this month actually, and I think I want to say the 6 inch, and it's Daryl with the crossbow and Merle with his fucking fucked up hand
with the knife hand.
Yeah, and they look rad. Oh my gosh, they're so high detail.
The detail.
Yeah.
For a small figure like that, I mean, it's wow.
Yeah, those
McFarlane's
awesome.
Is flawless.
Yes.
They're all flawless.
Yeah.
I mean, the articulation.
You know what? I can't say much about what the past set of toys they did. I honestly I have nothing really for that. Although in November McFarlane comes out. I think is that McFarlane? Yeah, it's McFarlane. Yeah. McFarlane comes out with a 10-inch Daryl Dixon deluxe action figure with the poncho, the crossbow, and some awesome grunge jeans.
And his biker vest.
Yeah, that looks rad. That looks super rad.
Yes, wow.
The art on that one.
And McFarlane's known for using real fabric, like his poncho. I don't know if it says it, but he's used, legitimate fabric for characters. Like if someone has,
and it's removable. You can take off the poncho.
I remember this.
It's the angel wing stitch biker vest. So it's everything him detail. You know.
I remember.
If you watch an HD and you saw the action figure up against it.
Probably.
And then it looked pretty close.
The level of detail, just looking at it, it's like his, and like I said, going back to the clothing, the Slash action figure he did of the guitarist actually had a genuine pair of leather pants made by the person who does Slashes for the figures. Yeah,
it was weird. It was awesome though, but it was still weird as shit.
Weird, but the detail, that's one thing McFarlane does not skimp on with the toys.
Yeah. Hasbro did an awesome job with the Star Wars Black Series.
Yes,
I know.
Not the 3 3/4 inch.
No,
the 6 inch. The 6 inch.
The 6 inches.
The first wave.
I remember when I first saw the Darth Maul. I saw it at Target, and I was just bugging out. Like,
Sand
what?
Trooper. I love.
The Sand Trooper is the best one.
Luke in the X-wing pilot suit
is awesome.
Dude, I was like, okay, they're gonna fuck up Luke. Luke looks stupid in his robe. He's not that great looking character.
I never liked him. I never liked him in his robe. I hate.
It looks silly.
I don't like Luke Skywalker unless he is.
I was always an Obi-Wan guy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I don't like Luke, but when I liked him in. My favorite outfit is, of course, the Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah.
Which is the best one. But I love.
You know what else I
his
like?
pilot one when he in Empire Strikes Back.
When in Return of the Hope.
Return of the
Hope of the franchise.
I forgot we were doing a podcast.
Anyway, in 4, A New Hope, at the end when they get the medals.
You mean the first one?
Yeah.
A New Hope.
Yeah.
1. 1, 2, 3
not
never
4.
happened.
Yeah.
No, it's episode 1.
It's still called episode 4.
Yeah,
anyway.
number 1.
Number
1, episode 4.
Never existed, but we're still going to call it episode 4.
No, yeah.
But when they get the medals, I love him in that suit. Him and Han.
Yeah.
He looks rad. Like, that reminded me, I was like thinking, every time I saw him in that, I was like, oh, dude, he looks like the Karate Kid.
And Han,
yeah.
and then you see Han's just wearing the same thing he's been wearing the whole. Han
wearing.
looks like he just rolled out of bed after like the party that night, and he's just like, oh, wait, hold on.
If they would have done that as a Black Series figure, I would have 15 in my room right now. Yeah. I'd have 1 million of those. R2-D2 is R2-D2. I mean, it had the cool, like, removable pieces and everything.
The one everyone's going to ask for, though, is the Boba Fett.
Oh, no, my God. The SDCC one was ridiculous. Exclusive.
That's all I know.
Have you seen what it's gone for on eBay?
Yeah.
$250 was the going price, I think, a week ago. Oh, my God.
If we talk about Star Wars...
Just to let you guys know, I have one in my room.
Oh. Do you really?
But, yeah, I have it in my room, and it is amazing.
Actually, no, I saw it. Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
I am jealous. Taylor literally just melted.
Yeah,
dude, I can't. Every time I see it,
for me, everything is Darth Vader, Boba Fett, Darth Maul.
No disintegration.
You know what I'm so happy about? Okay, time out. Let's jump forward. Wave 2 comes out November. You want to hear the figures?
Yes.
You want to hear the figures?
I know the figures.
Yes.
Staff Slave Leia, Boba Fett, Han Solo, and here's a twist, Greedo.
I know. That's what I was like.
Greedo.
Yeah. I was like, I know. And what sucks is I could have got that signed last year at MegaCon because I met Greedo.
Yeah, Greedo.
And I was so pissed.
He's gonna be back, dude. He's gonna be back.
I know. I was so stoked. I fucking met.
We all here at Nerdtropolis agree. Han shot first.
Han shot
no,
first.
he didn't. Greedo shot first, and then they retook it. They retook the shot, and then.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, get out, Ray. Ray, go sit in the corner.
We were all cool having a podcast.
Yeah. So well, I guess it's just myself and Taylor agree that Han shot first.
What's up, guys? It is the Herd.
There's only 2 people listening. There was 50 and they left.
Yeah, like everybody's gonna be.
Viewers. We're gonna change websites, guys. We're gonna close the store down, start a new store. Ray's never invited. We're gonna go on witness protection so Ray doesn't find us. Holy shit!
Wow,
I'm looking at this. You know, what I've been doing this whole time, looking at fucking Star Wars statues. No, seriously, like I've been looking at statues.
Forget news articles.
No, I mean, we're talking about news articles, but we started talking.
Whoa! Is that the Luke Skywalker Darth like when he's in the cave in Dagobah?
That's Ben Kenobi.
No, but I'm looking.
That's
I see
Ben
one
Kenobi from the Lucas draft.
I know.
Actually, no, that's Omnibus.
Oh no! Right here.
Yeah, in the corner there. Yeah, there's one when Luke goes into the cave in Dagobah in Empire, which
I've been looking at statues
this whole
time.
The best Empire.
Yeah, the drink or the citrus.
You can have the citrus. Girl. Can you get me a Monster?
Yeah.
You're totally editing all
By the way, this is brought to you by Monster.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
It's been going good.
Can you edit it right after we're done?
You can.
You just want to do it since we're here?
Yeah. Dude.
Then we'll have it out by the morning.
Yeah.
Just so you know, it's been going really good.
It has.
It has.
I'm enjoying this. We should do this every other day.
Yeah.
We should do it every Friday.
Every Friday, yeah.
Every Friday?
Yeah.
No, yeah, every Friday.
Every Friday, yeah.
All right, guys.
That's
Podcast-9
fun.
every Friday.
Yeah.
Damien's not included.
Yeah.
That one's staying in!
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Damien.
Yeah. We love you, D-Max.
Yeah.
Your voice is audio gold.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I've been looking at Star Wars statues the whole time. Have you seen the Mythos?
Yeah, I have.
Oh,
I love Mythos. You know what I can't
Darth
get
Vader one with him holding his mask.
You know what I can't get though? Mythos. They won't sell to retailers.
Have you seen the one with Darth Vader holding his mask, looking at his mask?
Yeah, I have.
So keeping on Star Wars and
Although
going back to
Mythos,
gaming.
dude, if I get Mythos and Hot Toys, I can get Hot Toys, just not all of them. But if I could get Mythos, dude, I would overindulge on my own.
I just want Darth Vader, Darth Maul, and that.
They have the Omnibus Maul.
They
have somebody. I forget who made it, but somebody has the
I was
Maul
looking at it
brothers
earlier before.
From the Clone Wars. So it's like the spider-legged Darth, and then
Savage
his
Press.
brother, Savage Press, and it's both of them, and I love that.
Going back to video games with Star Wars, I know EA is going to use the Battlefront 3 with the Battlefield.
You know what? Forget
engine.
GTA. Forget Call of Duty. Forget Battlefield. Battlefront 3, ladies and gentlemen. This podcast is over. We're going right now to break into EA and steal that copy immediately.
It's funny because as it was going, I was waiting for it. I knew it was happening, and then I just heard the noise. I knew we were on Hoth. I was like, it's happening.
Dude, when they put out
that teaser with the Frostbite 2.0.
EA purposely leaked that fake
teaser.
Yes. Oh god.
Yes.
When I saw it, my little brother showed me, and I can't believe I didn't see it for myself, but I saw it, and it was like.
Oh no, I saw it live. I was doing news for another podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys.
Yeah, right.
Again. When I saw that, dude, I was like, I told my little brother, I said, Peyton, if we don't get that game, I'm gonna kill myself. I was like, if they don't make that game, if they don't do it, I'm jumping off the nearest skyscraper.
With your jetpack.
Is that bold? Is that bold, gentlemen?
That's hard.
No!
That's hardcore.
Because Battlefront 3
I mean, have you guys ever seen the original footage from the LucasArts developed version that they started working on for 360 that had the what if mode? What if Ben Kenobi went to the dark side, or what if Luke went to the dark side?
Now we're talking about Star Wars games. What do you think they're gonna do with Star Wars 1313?
It's
totally scrap it.
Well, they already scrapped it twice.
Yes,
I know. That's
because Lucas scrapped it once, then they restarted, then they sold it, then they scrapped it again.
I think they'll revisit it because the concept and the Star Wars fans that were excited that said we're gonna get this dark, gritty take. I think EA will be smart and revisit it. But they initially wanted.
They're gonna make it. They're just gonna wait a few years.
Yeah, they're gonna get out.
They're gonna let Battlefront 3 come out, and then they're gonna release it like a year after. They're gonna call them both out at E3 this year.
Yep.
I know I said I hate the prequels, but that's a pretty cool one. That's pretty. I gotta say.
Yeah, that is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, but I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
What movie was that? That wasn't.
That was. Yeah, that was 2.
Yeah, 2. Yep.
Clone Wars.
Yep.
No, it's fucking.
Attack of the Clones.
What the fuck is my problem today?
Attack of the Suck.
Yeah. No, that was. It's not that I hate the prequels. It's just that I don't like them at all.
You know what it is about the prequels that I can say? It's just that I love.
They made them too much.
It's just.
Lucas came out and said they're like, okay, these are kids movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean they're kids movies? They talk about the Trade Federation. They talk about marketing. They talk about the
I just think it's horrible because since I was a kid, I feared Darth Vader.
Midichlorians.
And I always thought Darth Vader was awesome and he was bad. But then you watch his side story, you realize he's just a pussy and underneath all that.
Exactly. Am I the only one that when they said midichlorians thought of Parasite Eve?
I chuckled when they said midichlorians. It's like, I used this 4,000 week. It's not my fault.
I thought of the old PlayStation game Parasite Eve when they said midichlorians. That's yes, we're dropping an old school reference there. Ray and I.
But Star Wars lives on in the hearts of all of us.
Yes.
Microsoft will one day die. Sony will one day die. Nintendo will die. Games will go digital. Steam and PC Master Race will reign supreme. And one thing will stand in the ruins forever and ever and ever.
And it's Darth Vader standing on top of a hill, holding his helmet, looking at it.
It'll be,
and it's like, Taylor, you'll never get this in
the original 3 movies, which is A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Revenge
of the Jedi.
Revenge of the Jedi. Yes.
Yes, we just high-fived each other.
Yes.
Yay.
I still say Empire set the bar for sequels.
Oh my god!
I mean, how many?
Empire that Strikes Back is the best sequel movie of all time.
How many movies do you see today? You go see the first one. The first one's awesome. They come out with a sequel, and the sequel is literally a money grab.
Kick-Ass 2. Sorry.
That's every movie ever made with a sequel right now. They're all terrible.
Yeah.
But Star Wars is like, okay, we're gonna make the sequel, and we're gonna make it more than a sequel. We're gonna make it a legitimate continuation of the story. A legitimate movie, and everyone who steps into the theater is going to have to bring extra lube, extra tissues, and a towel to sit under their feet.
An extra pair of pants.
When it comes out, will not go on the people in front of them.
He doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean that.
He does.
Because that's how awesome it was.
I mean, and even you look.
It doesn't matter if
you look back
holding your dick. You came because that movie was awesome.
You look at movies back in the from the 70s into the 80s that sequels weren't in the 70s, these sequels weren't a big thing that like people were like, wait, oh wow, that must be a big deal. And then the 80s, you'd get the sequels started watering down. I mean, Jason, anybody, but I mean, Empire just came and just out of grand slam, bottom of the ninth, and just.
I remember, it's funny because I remember being a kid, and obviously Star Wars came out way before me. And I remember being a kid, and my father was like, "Ready? You ready? You ready?" And I was just never. I mean, know a lot of people have this moment, but I never. Every time I watch it on TV, I still watch it like, and I know everybody knows, all right. But when it happens, you're just like, "Fuck, this movie's so good. I am your father." You're like, "God damn it, this movie!" I know
that can't. It's not true.
I know this, and I watch my favorite. My favorite part, and it's not a big deal. But my favorite part in all of Star Wars, in all fucking stupid 6 movies. I mean, stupid 3 movies and kid movies and the good 3 movies
that shall not be named.
And
my favorite part, and I don't know why, but it's the song, it's the legacy, it's the final, it's in Return of the Jedi. Is like, sister, if she will not turn you on, the whole never, and then the he's like, dude, I love that part. Every time I have goosebumps right now. Every fucking time I think of that part. And I just think, like, this is his father. He knows it's his father. He knows he has a sister. He's like, I have a daughter. And he just, dude, the music and that mood. And you just see 2 shadows of, yo, we gotta fuck this podcast. Put fucking Return.
Put it on right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it, and everyone's gonna hate me for saying this. But one of the prequels I thoroughly enjoyed, actually, it wasn't even the entire movie. It was one part of the movie that lasted maybe 25 minutes. The fight scene in Phantom Menace.
I mean, that's the
with
only...
Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul.
Okay.
Darth Maul.
Dude, that's
was
the
amazing.
only... Darth Maul, and I tell everybody, my 3... Dude, my favorite Sith is... I mean, it's hard because I have my 3 favorite Siths.
I wish...
Do you know who Darth...
So much they put his backstory in.
Yeah. Darth Maul.
God,
you know why I love Darth Maul so fucking much?
That movie could have been
because
all about Darth Maul.
he talks to nobody. He answers to nobody but his fucking master. He does not talk in that movie unless his master is talking to him or he is talking. The rest of the movie, he is quiet, pissed. He doesn't say anything. Like, I'm going to kill you. He is quiet.
He doesn't say shit.
No, he's just like...
They got,
I love Darth
one of the
Maul.
best actors.
He's like, yes, my master, we will reveal ourselves.
One of the most underrated performance actors, Ray Park. Ray Park.
Ray Park is the fucking...
He made that part.
Fucking Toad in X-Men.
Great martial artist.
I know, he's an amazing martial artist.
Man, he is awesome.
Yep.
That whole scene was awesome. I don't care what you say about Phantom Menace. Jar Jar Binks is a fucking faggot. But that movie, that part of the movie is awesome. Hook, line, and sinker.
I want to watch Star Wars, like big time.
I'm sorry, guys. This has just turned from a geek podcast into a Star Wars podcast.
Yeah.
You guys can leave now, or you can listen to the goodness that we call Star Wars.
Yeah, right. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, sorry. I promise this is the last Star Wars thing. My favorite Sith. Darth Nihilus?
Yeah.
From fucking Knights of the Road.
Yeah.
Knights of the Republic.
Oh shit! Why did I get that wrong?
Knights of the Republic, Part 2. The dude with the mask.
Yeah.
He can't die. If you kill him, you become him.
Yeah.
I love him.
He possesses you.
Yeah. I love Darth Nihilus. Yeah. Like, I mean, all the other Siths are badass, but he fucking doesn't talk. He talks in like Sith.
Everyone's gonna think I'm an idiot because I got that wrong.
Dude, it's okay.
They're like,
we'll edit it out.
Oh God! God!
He's out of it.
He owns the store.
He's excited.
He owns the store. He's a fucking idiot. How does he own a store? He doesn't even know who fucking. What the fuck?
It's okay, man.
I'm gonna be like voted out of my company. It's Steve Jobs. You ever watch the movie Jobs?
Yeah.
He's like, you own the company, you founded it, but you shouldn't own it.
Yeah.
You suck.
You fucked up.
Yeah, you did.
Now you fucked up.
Yeah. Go read Pixar.
This turned into a 30-minute podcast to like 2 hours. This is awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Hour and 20 minutes.
No one's listening to this right now, but you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for not listening.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time for us three to like actually get our nerd out talk, because this is the first one we've done And we don't. I mean, we obviously don't know
we're
how to
all
do
over
this.
the place,
We'll be more
but man.
scripted, but
Yeah.
it's because we're passionate and it's awesome, and that's what makes
Oh,
podcasts
man.
awesome. Because I like listening to shit like this because I
Yeah.
love. Dude, these guys are so stupid and awesome.
Yeah,
yeah. I
you
agree
know, we
with
can
them. I want to
crack-
go fucking talk with them.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Or they'd be like, these guys are such faggots.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna listen to them again.
No, all the people.
All they talk about is
all the
PC
people on
Marvel.
all the people on Facebook, YouTube, like we love you. All the people at IGN, GameSpot, like those guys are stupid. Like
Yeah.
they fucking don't
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
Yeah, like rank amateurs.
No, no, seriously though, this is awesome.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us for the first ever Herd of Nerds podcast, coming to you from always Nerdtropolis. I'm Taylor Blasco.
And I'm Ray.
I'm John.
Thank you very much.